Email them, I guess.
Email them? Okay, that would be the best. But they're not in right now to speak with, like, directly?
They're at a meeting until 4:30.
Until 4:30?
Yeah.
Was that down in the city chamber there? I seen a
no.
bunch of people in there.
Yeah, no, they're in the boardroom.
In the boardroom?
So,
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So you want to go and speak with the health unit too? 'Cause
The health unit?
Yes.
I am the health
that's who
unit.
governs that.
I used to work for Suncor Energy and Wastewater, and what's happening with fluoride is sinister. It's what the Nazis did to the German people.
Yes, go and tell the health unit that.
Yeah.
They're the ones that
I'll-
are.
We're done asking questions. We're
Yeah.
not going to do it by force, but these people aren't going to shut us up anymore. That's for damn sure.
Yay. That's all I wanted to say.
Okay, see you later. All right, I'll swing by or I'll email. Okay, let them know. Well, looks like there's some support in the engineering department for it. Right on.
Now you know you're winning the information war when the other side has no response but to resort to censorship.
Drain the swamp? We're going to have to drain the privilege out of Washington first, because that's what the swamp feeds on, their privilege. They can't stand for people to exercise their First and Second Amendments together.
You found it. It's the real news.
That's what you have to look forward to.
He's not sorry when snowflakes can't handle the truth. It's your host, David Knight.
Just came out for a smoke, and we got a white pickup truck kind of just sitting there staring at me with two guys in it. And they're in a handicap spot. They look like able-bodied dudes to me. So, I don't know, we'll do a little gang stalking to them. Shall we? Let's go. BYDN 006, TimmonsGarage.com.
Sneaky little hobbitses.
You got a problem? Come out here and fucking solve it then, you fucking pussy. Alright, I actually shut the camera off before that retard got out of his truck. He started calling me on. You got a problem? You got a problem? And then steps out of his truck like he's gonna do something. You got a problem? And then I tell him what I think of him, and then he sits there, I'm getting security. Once he realizes he's gonna get his ass kicked for acting like a fucking man when he's a little pussy. Well, I'm going to get security. You're tough. Wow, I didn't think you were going to talk back to me.
Look. What's this? Crumbs on his jacket says he took it.
I work for city. He's an engineer. He's an engineer in the engineering department that I'm going after. Wow, isn't that a surprise, eh? Just a coincidence.
What's it doing? Stupid fat hobbit. It ruins it.
All the gang stalking that happens in this city. That's what they do to defend their stupidity and evil ways, poisoning 60,000 people.
To my friend Harry, the matchmaker.
Get out of here. I've.
They know what's going to happen to them once this comes out.
Release him.
Anyway, don't let them intimidate you. They're fucking pussies. You have all the rest of you TIs? See you later.
Hello, beautiful people. Title of this one is What and Who Are the Perps? Perpetrators. The perpetrators of gang stalking. Who would want this job? A perpetrator is anyone who has been trained to harass, maim, mob, or kill a targeted individual, either by direct or covert means, including electronical, biological, or accidental means as well. Career perps make a good living dealing in misery to hapless individuals. Perps usually don't know the victim personally, but they are supplied enough information from their handlers and local and sometimes even federal agencies to allow for a well-oiled campaign of gang stalking and harassment towards the targeted individual. How can a perp be identified? Mostly by their actions. If perps are doing their job, they will reveal themselves. They do this a number of ways. Number 1, irrational hatred. Hatred of the target for no apparent or explainable reason. When pressed as to why they hate the target, they usually give a really irrational or illogical reason. Like, I don't like your luggage, or something like that.
One thing about that city engineer, one of his eyes pointed right off to the side, like just like a lot of these drones we deal with. Like, it's serious. It's a symptom of this brainwashing or whatever MK Ultra shit they're doing to them, man. A lot of these people gang stalking me have one eye pointed off to the side. They talk like robots, some of them. Anyway, just another detail about that minion.
Leanne McAdoo with Infowars.com. We're getting ready to head out to Flint, Michigan there to cover the story over this lead-contaminated water. Many families there are just in a state of emergency, wondering how this could have happened to themselves and their children. Many, many children are going to be suffering devastating effects from the long-term effects of lead poisoning. And of course, you know, as we were on our way here, we were a little bit concerned ourselves. How are we going to eat at restaurants? How are we going to be drinking fresh water? And so luckily, ProPure USA is based right here out of Michigan, so we were able to stop by their warehouse and pick up a Scout. They gave us one of these for the trip, so we were able to, you know, just ensure that we're going to be getting some nice, fresh, clean drinking water. And, you know, you got to think every time that you purchase something from ProPure, you're buying from a local family business. They're creating jobs for the local economy. We've seen the devastation that's happened here in Michigan with this economic downfall that we've had in the last few years. And this is a family that's been going strong, and they're providing a product that is helping you and your family have access to fresh drinking water. And, you know, you can take a look at the lab results. This is Envirotech Laboratories, and, you know, it gets 100% of the lead out, you know, 99% iron. It takes out the arsenic, aluminum, all sorts of things. You've got the glyphosate, the fluoride. There's so many chemicals that are being put into our drinking water, and depending on where you are, you just never know what kind of treatment your water is getting, so you just don't know what is affecting yourself and your family. So the safest thing that you can do is filter your own water. Now, everything's not going to be 100%, but at least you know that you are taking that step to protect you and your family, doing the most that you possibly can. And I know we sure are doing that here as well while we're here in Flint, Michigan. And so you never really know what's actually in your drinking water. A lot of the stuff is odorless, colorless, flavorless. You just don't know what chemicals are floating around in your water. And it takes something like the situation that's happening in Flint to draw everyone's attention to the fact that there are just mad scientists sometimes messing around with the water, trying to get that treatable, a potable compound for you that comes through your tap water. So that's why it's so important to just take that step for you and your family to filter your own water. So shout out to ProPure USA. Thank you so much for the fresh drinking water. I'm Leanne McAdoo for Infowars.com.
Like here in North Bay, I started reading in Nugget when I was in jail that people were arguing to get the fluoride out of the water. I was like, right on. Like, I didn't know, well, it's everywhere, right? But some people told me that they got the fluoride out. But what I've learned is everybody you talk to in this town gives you misinformation. They give you the fucking wrong details about every fucking aspect of what you're asking about. Right. We're going to the 6th floor. Engineering department again. We're going to see if we can talk to these engineers putting the fucking fluoride in the water.